Good day, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to SJ 336, St. John 336. This is Stephanie Jeanette, and I came across some interesting information that I thought I would pass on. It's due to it's about working in a lucrative uh, position or environment, and it requires travel to West Virginia. It's the mines in West Virginia. I'm specifically thinking about mine number 44. But in any case, I'm just going to go through a purview as if I were going to do it, like how I would attack it. So, from anywhere USA, okay, here are the various travel times to get to West Virginia. So, if you're traveling from the Southwest, say Arizona, New Mexico, Nevada, you're looking at 3.5 to 6 days. Okay, now this is using trains and buses. I'm not talking about flying, just trains and buses, basically. Looking at economical way that you might need to use for travel and for living expenses until you get your first paycheck. Okay, so from California, say the Los Angeles and Bay Area, it would take from 4 to 6 days of travel. From Southeast USA, let's say Atlanta, the Carolinas, or North Florida, you're looking at 1 to 3 days. And from the Midwest, say Chicago or Detroit, you're looking at 1.5 to 3 days. From the Northeast, say New York City, Boston, or Philly, you're looking at 1.5 to 3 days. And from the Pacific Northwest, say Seattle or Portland, Oregon, you're looking at 3.5 to 5 days of travel. Now, in all cases, what you're doing when you travel is you're first reaching a national rail or bus spine city, is called spine city or hub. And there are 5 of them: New York City, Atlanta, New Orleans, Chicago, and DC. That's the first step. There's 3 steps you're doing in all cases of travel anywhere USA. The second step, you're looking at taking the Amtrak Cardinal line. It's a long distance line, and the key here is that the Amtrak Cardinal only runs a few days per week. So you want to coordinate probably from that, like start looking there and go stretch out to where you are and then determine your travel. Now, the key West Virginia stops along the Amtrak Cardinal, there are 8 of them, and they are, these are ones near mines where you can work. They are these 8: Alderson, Alderson, West Virginia, Alderson, Charleston, West Virginia, Hinton, West Virginia, Hinton, Huntington, West Virginia, Montgomery, West Virginia, Prince, West Virginia, Thurmond, West Virginia, and White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia. And then the third step in all cases of travel is that so-called last mile into the coal regions. So using local trans. So you're looking at from Cardinal, you have these 1 of 4 possibilities: a local bus, which is most common, local and regional busing, ride share, and actually you might be able to do the whole trip under ride share. You go to the website, put in there, your basic information, where you're traveling from, where you want to travel to, where you want to end up. And there may be someone looking for a travel partner, either to help drive or to help cover costs. Okay, so one bus bus, local and regional bus. 2, ride share. 3, contractor pickup. So that's if you did everything, for instance, online or through word of mouth, as far as getting the job already. And the contractor says, okay, yeah, get your butt down here, we'll pick you up. And 4th, the other local transit, as far as cabbing or what have you. It's usually limited. Now, remember that when you're working in the mines, you want to make sure you have your mine safety. It's MSHA, mine safety and hazard, or mine shaft hazard, or mine safety and hazard assessment certificate. It's MSHA. I'll have to look it up again for exactly what the anagram is for. But MS is in Sam, HA. Sections 44, 46, and 48. I'm sorry, sections 46 and 48. The mine is mine number 44 down in West Virginia. That's one of the most popular for working. But yeah, so MSHA certificate part 46, which you can do online, and then part 48 is usually required for in person. And so wherever you work will assess that, or through the contracting service or what have you. Now, some of the key contracting services are in Beckley, West Virginia, Beckly or Ley, West Virginia, and they include these 4: Genmar or Genmar Services. J is in Jack, E, N is in Nancy, N is in Nancy, M is in May, or M is in Mark, A, or Genmar Services. Tygart Contracting, number 2, TYGART, and GMS Mine Repair or GMS Energy. G is in Gary, M is in Mary, S is in Sam. And then the 4th one is DNE, D is in David, E is in Elephant, DNE Services. So number 1, Genmar Services. Number 2, Tygart Contracting. Number 3, GMS Mine Repair or GMS Energy. And number 4, DNE Services. Other locations for work that may or may not include walk-in work include Bluefield and Princeton, West Virginia. Welch is more of where you would go once you already have a job and you're looking for permanent housing or something near, and you're already near where you, or Welch is near, Welch is going to be near where you're going to work. So secondary to mine work, though, if you want to still just go to West Virginia, it's 3 key options. A, utility construction crews. B, heavy civils contractorship. And C, equipment yard labor crews. And typical work for, secondary to coal mining work includes laborer, equipment helper, flagger, or shovel or ground crew. This is labor, okay, but it pays. Now, ways to get it. Okay, get the job. You're in Beckley, you walk in, got your boots on, you're like, I have my MSHA certificate, part 46. I can work any shift. I can start immediately, and I'm looking for overtime heavy work. Go in there, purpose minded, keep your eyes on their eyes. Paperwork, top level paperwork done. Get out there and bust your butt. Now, some places that you might want to look at for temporary housing, okay? Not that you'll need it that long because you're going to get that job. Include Pinnacle Rock State Park. Now, obviously, you're going to have to coordinate these locations with where you want to work within West Virginia, which mine, and ultimately live. But these are some of the ones that you can explore for camping or RVing or, like I said, temporary housing. More than likely, someone on the crew will be able to tell you the best place to go, or maybe they're even looking for a roommate at the time. But be careful with things like that. 1, Pinnacle Rock State Park. 2, Little Beaver State Park. 3, Count Gilu Motel, Gilu, Gilu. Pocahontas Motel. The Bear's Den, ATV Cottage. There are Comfort Inns in most of the cities down there. Twin Falls Resort State Park. Quality Hotel and Conference Center. Okay. And then there are other like camping sites, but they don't have full services like the ones I just read off to you. So I didn't jot those down. Plan on spending anywhere from $850 US dollars to $2,200 US dollars from the time you, including your travel expenses and living expenses, from the time you go, leave from wherever you are now until you get your first paycheck down in West Virginia. And just to reiterate, have a sense of purpose, okay? You walk in there, specifics, say exactly what you want. Don't hem and haw about it. Don't say you're exploring your options, go right in there and say exactly what I said earlier. Where'd I put it? I have my MSHA Part 46 certificate. I'm ready to complete the Part 48 certificate. I can work any shift. I can start immediately, and I'm looking for overtime heavy work. Okay, that says it all. Make sure you're clear, expectant. Remember MSHA certificate Part 46 and Part 48. Do not use some kind of over complex resume. Just keep it one page, focusing on your physical labor skills and your availability. Clear, concise, nothing fancy. Make sure you're flexible with shifts. Okay, even if you say, I'm ready to start right now. I got my boots on, I'm ready to go. I got my lunch. Make sure you have your lunch. Make sure you have your lunchbox filled with lunch, and maybe a couple, 3 sandwiches for other people, as that you might end up working with. Maybe they can get a chance to grab a lunch. So even if you work a different shift that day, when you show up and you say I'm ready to work, that way they know you're ready to work, and then they just swing you over to the next shift if they need to. Again, show up ready, have your boots on. Don't have that lackadaisical attitude, like no, I want the job. It's for me. Now, when you have that attitude, like I'm ready to work, don't necessarily say I only want to work in this spot. Okay, be open to other locations to work, particularly if you are going through one of the agents work contractor agencies, so they can bounce you around for a little bit until they see where you fit in best, and because that's what they're going to look for. And again, those are Genmar Services, Tigard Contracting, GMS Mine Repair, GMS Energy, and D&E Services. And yeah, I think that covers everything, guys. Again, no, the main mine is in Welch, West Virginia, mine number 44. believe that's the one that was featured as hiring most recently. But definitely do your homework before you make any travel plans. Okay, check on each one of these things that I'm mentioning actually, because things happen overnight. You never know. All right, so yeah, so we've covered travel, we've covered time frame, temporary housing, best places with good housing there after contractors, secondary jobs to mine work, and also the certificate. There's a website where you can go online and it's free. It's msha.gov. M is in Mary, S is in Sam, H is in Hazard, A is in assessment.gov, and that's the free level. You go ahead and get that, and then the Part 46 level, there may be $100 or more charge, and then Part 48, like I said, usually done on the work site. Okay. Well, guys, have an excellent rest of your day. Just wanted to drop that for you.